Now, the administration is targeting the Taliban's finances. Connell McShane at the White House. How are they doing that?
Well, a couple different ways, Stuart. For one, the Treasury Department has frozen as much of the $9 billion the Afghan Central Bank had in reserves as it possibly can. A lot of that is held here in the United States, New York Federal Reserve Bank. And then under pressure from the United States, we heard late yesterday that the IMF denied the Taliban access to what would have been $300 million plus it may have received as early as next week. An IMF spokesperson telling Fox Business, as is always the case, the IMF is guided by the views of the international community. There's currently a lack of clarity within the international community regarding recognition of a government in Afghanistan. So as a consequence of that, the country cannot access SDRs or other IMF resources. Now, SDR, that stands for Special Drawing Rights. It's basically extra foreign exchange reserves maintained by the IMF. So that money's on hold for now. There could be more to come in terms of maybe withholding foreign aid that's kept Afghanistan going economically for years. But the problem with all of this is the Taliban can still operate outside of a traditional financial system. For example, they could always tap into the billion-dollar drug trade they've been able to profit from handsomely over the years. There was a UN report that pegged the annual revenues of the Taliban between $300 million and $1.6 billion U.S. dollars per year. Elaine Shannon's written about the international drug cartels and writes in the Washington Post. Like traffickers everywhere, the Afghan cartel will invest in chaos. It's been good for business, and what's good for the Afghan drug business, that's good for the Taliban. The world, she says, may soon face the richest, best-armed narco state ever conceived. So, yeah, the U.S. has financial leverage here. She's trying to turn it up, but that drug trade may be able to negate some of that. As for the president today here at the White House, we don't expect to see him, Stuart, in public. All we've been told by White House officials is that he's meeting with his national security team about Afghanistan behind closed doors. Back to you.
Behind closed doors. All right. Thanks very much, Connell. We'll see you again soon.